Hi everybody, it's Andrea at the Wool Market and DIY School. I'm going to show you an example of a stretchy bind off for beginners. And we're working on the top cuff of a stock, and I'm going to show you. It's really easy. So you're going to knit 2 stitches, and these 2 stitches are knits. So you go ahead and knit them. And then you work them together. So you're going to take your left needle and you're going to put it in the front of these 2 stitches that you've each worked on your right, and then you're going to knit them around in the back on the right needle. Oops. Let me do that just a little better. Sometimes you need to put a little more tension on that. All right. Now your next stitch on your ribbing is a purl. So if it's a purl, you purl it. And if you're working the last stitch I've worked is a purl, I'm going to take my left needle, and rather than putting it in the front of those 2 stitches, I'm going to put it in the back of those 2 stitches, and I'm going to purl them together. There you go, right like that. My next stitch is a purl, so I'm going to purl that stitch, and I'm going to put my left needle in the back of those 2 stitches, and I'm going to purl them together. Now my next stitch in the sequence is a knit, so I'm going to put my yarn in back, I'm going to knit that stitch, and then I'm going to move my needle to the front of those 2 and knit in the back. As you can see, just like the last time, it wants to slip off. There we go. Put a little more tension on that working yarn and pull it through. And I got caught there. So you can see not all of the technique videos are easy and wonderful. There we go. I'm catching some of my previous yarn. It doesn't want to go through. All right, so here's the rule. Whatever the last stitch you worked, that's how you determine whether you knit them together or purl them together. There goes my left needle in the front of those 2, because that last stitch was a knit, and I worked those 2 stitches together. My next stitch, yarn forward, is a purl, and I purl that stitch, and then I put my left needle behind those 2 stitches like that, and I purl them together. My next stitch is a purl. I do a purl, and then I put my needle in behind those 2 stitches, and I purl them together. And that bind off gives a nice, stretchy, easy, okay, I'm going through a knit, so I'm going to go in the front again. Give myself a little more tension on that and pull it through. It's a nice, easy to work bind off, and you can see I'm working on a magic loop here. So I will go all the way across this needle. I'll finish those, and then we'll flip it around and I'll finish them on the other side. It's that easy. It is a super easy stretchy bind off. Have a good day. Bye.